Welcome to Medicare Mini Course Day 3. So we're breaking this down into pieces. I'm Keith Armbrecht, founder of Medicare on Video, and I help people across the country make the right Medicare choices. I'm going to absolutely try to help you as well. We're going to figure this out in small bites because it's not so easy to digest everything all at once. So Day 3, we're going to talk about Medicare eligibility and enrollment. Who's eligible? How do you do it? When do you start it? And we're going to go through it all right now. You can find the entire course on my website at medicareonvideo.com/mini.course. And you'll have everything right there to use as you need it, when you need it. And I hope you certainly find it helpful. If you do find it helpful, just leave a comment below the video. Super helpful to me to just elevate it so that YouTube shows it to more people who absolutely need this information. So very helpful if you leave a comment, you like the video, subscribe, do all that stuff that everybody on YouTube begs you to do. So whatever we can do to make it just get to more people, very helpful. Let's talk about Medicare eligibility. Who is eligible for Medicare? And it's really not super complicated, but you could either be at age 65 or older. You must be a U.S. citizen or a legal resident for 5 or more years. That makes you eligible for Medicare. Or you could be on Social Security disability for 2 years. So if you're on Social Security for disability for 2 years, you then become eligible for Medicare. So that's for people that are on disability under age 65, or you could have ALS or end-stage renal disease. Let's hope we're not talking about that, but that is what makes you eligible for Medicare, is really those circumstances. So Medicare enrollment. When it comes time to enroll into Medicare, there are different enrollment periods. And I can tell you this will throw anybody for a loop on trying to figure out the correct Medicare enrollment period for you. So if you're turning 65, it's really not that complicated. But outside of turning 65, they throw in all these other different categories and restrictions and timelines. So we're going to try and figure that out right now. So you have the initial enrollment period, special enrollment period, general enrollment period, annual election period. To make it a little more complicated, the annual election period, they more often call it the open enrollment period. So we're going to go through that right now and try and understand exactly what we have. So the initial enrollment period is kind of the easy enrollment period. It's when you are turning age 65. And when you are turning age 65, you have a 7-month window. And it wraps around the month that you turn 65. So it's 3 months before, 3 months after, and includes the month that you turn 65. Now, that sounds great, but that's really not in real world terms either, because you need to do everything in the 3 months before you turn 65 to have your Medicare start on the first of the month that you turn 65. So if you turn 65 on June 15th, your Medicare is going to start on June 1st. That'll knock people right off the bat to figure that one out. And to make it a little more complicated, if you're born on the 1st, so if you're born on June 1st, it's going to start the first of the previous month. So if you're born on June 1st, it's going to start on May 1st. So all that wrapped around, what it tells us, do it early. Do it right. When you're turning 64 and a half, you need to be on the train figuring out getting your Medicare started. Again, that's what we do. We walk you through it. There's no cost to let us help you do it. So by all means, give us a call and let's make sure we get your pieces in the right places at the right time, because it can be complicated. Special enrollment period. You really don't want to fall too much into special enrollment period, but it's if you're past your initial enrollment period at age 65, you're leaving credible coverage. So in other words, you're retiring from work and you've had group insurance, then you can come into Medicare at that time. You're within 8 months at the end of that coverage, and you submit what is called an employer coverage form, or a CMSL 564 form, which I also have on my website to make it easy. But this is for people that work past 65, stay on their group insurance, and then they're going to retire at 68, 72, 78, whatever it may be, and you're going to come off your group insurance and go into Medicare. So again, same scenario, do it as early as you possibly can. There is no harm in signing up early. As long as we know what the date is, you might as well get it off your plate and get it done. but we need to show the proof of credible coverage. We need to get that enrollment, that CMS L564 form filled out by your employer, which can be a challenge as well. So give us a call. We'll walk you through that. We'll make sure everything gets done. General enrollment period. This is the one that is not a good one. So this one's complicated. So this is for people that maybe turned 65 and were eligible to go into Medicare and they didn't do it. They just forgot about it, didn't do whatever they were supposed to do, and now Medicare is going to make it hard. So if you were supposed to come in and you were eligible at 65, or when you left your employer and you didn't come off your plan, go into Medicare like you're supposed to, they're going to make it difficult. So there's a whole kind of timeline where now you can only apply between January 1st and March 31st, and then the coverage is going to be effective on July 1st. So let's say you're looking to come into Medicare, you missed your stuff, and now you want to come in September. You're going to have to wait a long time before your Medicare is going to be effective, and let's hope we don't have significant medical bills during that time. So in other words, just do it when you're supposed to do it. And again, give me a call. I'll walk you through it. I'll make sure we meet the timelines, and we'll get everything done. Now, here is the Medicare enrollment annual election period, also known as open enrollment period, also known as 4 million commercials on your TV, your mailbox full of mail from every Medicare Advantage company in the nation, and you'll see every celebrity telling you how wonderful their benefits are, and you get free this and free that, and it's confusing to people on knowing whether they have the right plan, they don't have the right plan. It's super complicated, and what I can tell you is don't buy into all the hype. Don't let them sell you on something, because a lot of times it sounds, or it's made to sound, so much better than it actually is when you get in it. So we want to make sure we have the right plan from the start that'll take care of everything that we want to do. And there's a big difference between original Medicare with a supplement and a Medicare Advantage plan. So something we need to understand completely, because you don't want to get stuck, especially when it's medical things in the future. And obviously we're all going to have things arise as we age. So the annual election period runs from October 15th to December 7th. That's when you have to make a choice. And again, this is for people with a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare drug plan. This is when you can make changes to those two plans, not a Medicare supplement plan. A Medicare supplement plan you can do anytime during the year. This is for Medicare Advantage, Medicare drug plans. You make any changes during October 15th to December 7th, and then it becomes effective on January 1st. So you can change, disenroll, start, do whatever you want with a Medicare Advantage or a Medicare drug plan. So Medicare applications, you're automatically enrolled if you're already drawing Social Security when you turn 65, because they're going to assume if you're drawing Social Security, then you're probably not working. So they're going to start your Medicare A and Medicare B, or you're getting your benefits from the railroad. If you are not, then you must apply. If you're going to come into Medicare at age 65, you have to contact Social Security, let them know you want your Medicare to start. If you're not going to turn 60 or not going to come into Medicare when you turn 65, you're going to continue working, you're going to keep your group coverage plan, you do not want your Medicare A or B to start. So just make sure that if they send you information, that it does not start before you are ready to leave your employer group coverage. So super important to understand that, and I see it every day where people have started Medicare Part B while they are still on their group coverage, and it just throws a whole wrench into everything when you need to actually get stuff set up going forward. So that completes day 3 of our Medicare mini course. You can see we got a couple of days more to go, but we're going to get through it. We're going to make sure we understand everything. Please leave a comment on the video. I hope you find this helpful. And again, give us a call. That's what we do. There's no cost to let us help you. We make our living from helping with Medicare supplement plans. So whatever company we choose that is best in your zip code, they pay me to be your service agent now and in the future. So it's something you'll want my help likely in the future as well. So I hope you find this helpful. Give us a call if you have any questions. Have a fantastic day.